Straight out to Art Harris, investigative journalist. Art, what do you know?
Nancy, I can tell you that the break in this case, as unlikely as it sounds, came from Misty's brother, Tommy Crosland, and that in an interview that he had with a retired FBI agent, Steve Brown, supposedly an investigator for his lawyer, Brown would not comment, but that he told him that is where they should look, and that Tommy led detectives in the last couple of days to this spot on the river with Steve Brown and said that's where they needed to go look, that this is where her body had been dumped. He suddenly has confirmed, it looks like, the story that Misty Crosland, his sister, has been telling others in 2 letters from jail, claiming Cousin Joe from Tennessee came into the trailer that night, tried to steal a gun from her then boyfriend, now husband, or then now ex-husband, Ronald Cummings, couldn't find it, got mad, took Haleigh, that Tommy left, and Joe left with Haleigh. Joe has denied any involvement. He has a lawyer. He has talked to investigators a couple of times. But back to the riverbank, it was Tommy who flunked a polygraph in the last few days, my sources tell me, a private polygraph, and he decided finally to come clean. I talked to his grandmother in Tennessee today, Nancy, and she said to me that Tommy was on the phone with her and said, he said, I can't keep this to myself any longer. Her name is Flora Haleigh. She said to me, well, I asked him, did Joe do it? And Tommy said, yes.
So that leads me to my next question, Art Harris. That says to me that Misty Crosland was at the home, that Cousin Joe was at the home, that Tommy Crosland, they were all there, and nobody stopped the perp from taking the girl. And all this time, they've known, nobody called 911, nobody called the father, Ronald Cummings, nothing. If this scenario is true, they should all go down for homicide.
Nancy, the story is that they were in the home and that Misty and Tommy were both threatened by Cousin Joe, threatened to kill them, their family, and that for this long, they have sat on this story. Now, whether true or not, they are now teaming up independently to confirm at least one story that police are following to its conclusion and have high hopes this could at least lead to a break in the case.
That is BS, Art Harris, because they could have told police the truth. They could have called 911 when they took, if this is true, if they took that child, that defenseless 5-year-old little girl with Turner syndrome, if they let somebody take that house, take her from that house, and now she is dead, probably molested in the St. Johns River, they all need to go down on the Florida death penalty. Back to you, Art Harris. Isn't it true that from behind bars, this whole crew has been saying that it has to do with the dope dealing?
That's right, Nancy. In fact, they have been denying they were dealing drugs when you see it in black and white. You've seen it in living color on the undercover video. So they're obviously, they have a history of lying. In this case, I'm told that Misty's story is that Cousin Joe put a knife to her throat, Nancy, and that is why she was so frightened. Tommy says that he threatened to shoot him. So if this is true, then that is the fear factor.
The fear factor. Okay. You really think I believe anything these two say? Art Harris, come on.
Nancy,
you're the investigative journalist.
Nancy, I'm reporting what my sources are telling me. That's all I can do. I'll let you be the judge.